Hi everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at our Yakima FreshTrack ski and snowboard carrier right here on our 2020 Ford Edge. So you're planning on hitting the slopes and you have everything ready. You got your skis, you got your snowboards, you have your snowsuits and all your gear. What you also need is a ski and snowboard carrier though to transport it from one place to another. So that's where the Yakima FreshTrack comes in handy. This is one of the offerings from Yakima when it comes to ski and snowboard carriers. What I have here is the FreshTrack 4, and it can carry up to 4 pairs of skis or 2 snowboards. We can also get the FreshTrack 6, which can carry 6 pairs of skis. And during the warmer months, you don't have to use just ski and snowboards with this. You can also use this for your fishing rods. You can carry multiple fishing rods depending on if you have the 4 or the 6. Here at the end, you have this oversized button with a lock at the end. So you can use that lock core and switch it out with your Yakima same key system lock cores. If you have other Yakima accessories, I highly recommend that option. That way you only need one key to access the whole system. And when you have your large gloves or your mittens, you just need to press against that lever and then it pops up. Notice the height it goes up, allowing you to easily take off or put on your skis and snowboards. So I'll take some measurements just to help you get an idea of how this will fit on your roof, especially if you have the Ford Edge panoramic glass roof like what I have here. This might be something you're interested in. So taking a measurement at the top of the roof to the bottom of our snowboard, which is where your snowboards will sit, we have a clearance of 7.5 inches. Now taking a measurement to the center of our pairs of skis, same about 7.25 inches. And my roof rack sits at the height of 5 inches above our roof. Hopefully that will help you out since different roof racks sit differently on your Ford Edge. Notice the place I put our clamps. That's just because I want to utilize the overhang that my inner crossbars are. For the FreshTrack 4, the clamps sit about 16 inches away from each other, which will help you figure out where on your roof rack you can put this. So notice how with those arms up, it's pretty easy to just reach into it and grab your snowboards. Another thing about the Ford Edge is because it has a side that kind of moves out to the edge, you would really appreciate having it on the overhang because it's so much easier to get your snowboards in this position. But we'll take this off so we can take a closer look at the carrier itself. So on the inside, we have these rubber pads. So this is pretty normal for most of your ski and snowboard carriers. They're usually in this design. Notice how they squish down just to help support your skis and your snowboards and your fishing rods. Also, since they are made of rubber, this is going to help out with adding grip on the road. You definitely want that as you drive down the highway. Your actual usable bar space will depend on whether you have the FreshTrack 4 or the 6. Let's take a look at another feature. If you have extra tall bindings, you can actually use the ski lift feature where this lifts up and gives you a lot of extra clearance. Definitely check out the review video if that's something you're interested in looking at. With this design, it kind of sits taller than some of the other ski and snowboard carriers, especially compared to the Yakima Fat Cat Evo. Measuring from the top of our roof to the top of our carrier, it sits at 10.5 inches. If you want something that's a lot more low profile, definitely check out the Fat Cat Evo. It is a bit more aerodynamic as well, but it's also a little bit more pricey. What's holding it down is this clamp. So notice how it just fits around your crossbars. You just use this knob to tighten it down. Very easy to use, although not as cool as the Fat Cat Evo's clamping system, but a lot more simple. So let's take a look at that install process. So for the install process, you just need to open up these clamps, fit them around your crossbars. In my case, I'm gonna have them right over here on our overhang. Fit these through and then rotate this so that it is clamped down. You may need to loosen it up a bit. There we go. And then tighten that clamp down. So depending on your different crossbars, you'll have this set to the different notches in the back. So as you tighten it down, you may also just want to adjust them kind of on your crossbars. Try to get them as level as you can, especially since the Ford Edge is already a pretty much level roof vehicle. But other than that, with everything set right where they need to be, and all the knobs tightened down, that's pretty much it for the install. You're now ready to load this with your skis and your snowboards. So my personal thoughts about this ski and snowboard carrier is, while it does check off all the boxes, you get your premium features that you would expect from Yakima. You have your ski lift, which gives you a lot more clearance for if you have extra large bindings. I think that the Yakima Fat Cat Evo does all the same things but better. Now, if you are price conscious though, and you want the one that can check off those boxes but still stay relatively affordable, this is definitely what you would use. I think it would also work great as a fishing rod holder though, much better than the Fat Cat Evo, so that's definitely something worth considering. Now, if you want the super premium option though, there is the Kuat Grip, which has a kind of load assist feature where it just slides out and makes it so much easier to load and unload your skis and snowboards. Your Ford Edge isn't that tall of a vehicle though, so probably not as necessary. So if you're just looking for something that is from Yakima, pairs with your different Yakima accessories, and is able to carry your skis and snowboards from one place to another safely and securely, this might definitely be something worth checking out. Also, one other thing I recommend adding to your repertoire is the Moki Doorstep. This is what I use throughout most of our video, just to give myself that extra height and traction to bring everything down on our roof rack. And that was a look here at our Yakima FreshTrack ski and snowboard carrier here on our 2020 Ford Edge.